Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 5 of the Rewatch podcast presented by the Terrible Video Gamers Club. I'm your host, Tyler Schatz, who knows that a leg of lamb equals true love. Joining me this fine recording session is one Stephen Howard.
Whose log also does not judge.
Is that a euphemism?
That sounds real dirty. Yeah, that sounds real dirty.
Tyler, if you shut your eyes, you'll burst into flames.
All right, I'm already on it. Amanda Howard is here.
Who thinks that the epitome of wisdom is that when you leave your home, you lose all ability to control your personal environment.
Okay. When Josh Cox is here.
Realizing that my weekly ritual has actually just been a dance that Leland Palmer invented this whole life.
Who's Leland Palmer?
The dance that he
going.
does where he just like is breaking down and losing his
breakdown
mind, and
dance
everyone turns
every
into a
time.
fun dance for the
Oh,
Icelanders.
okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Nick Castillo is here.
Reminding everyone that you should always give yourself a present. Don't tell itself when, but just something that you can enjoy at least once a day.
And then last but certainly never least, one Gary Delaney.
You know, an investigation is going poorly when the log lady gives you a substantial lead in your case.
Hey,
How
the
do you
log
think
lady
they
did not give us
register-
essentially-
Like,
The
how do you
log
think they
did.
put it into evidence? Did they write her down as log lady, or do you think they put her down as her name?
Have we actually heard?
don't
Does
know.
she have a real name? I mean,
See,
She
I
has a
don't know.
husband, and her husband
The log
died
husband?
like a day
Does the
after
box say
her
it?
wedding or something. Like,
Allegedly.
I was like, allegedly. Okay.
well, dear
Margaret.
listener, we are here to discuss Season 1, Episode 6 and Episode 7. Kicking it off with Episode 6 for the evening, Cooper's Dreams. Cooper and company have tea with the log lady, who tells them there was a third man following after Leo. And is it Jacques?
Shock.
Jacques.
Jacques?
Jock.
Okay, Jacques. The Night Lord died. At Jacques Renault's cabin, Cooper, Hawk, and Truman find Waldo the bird. I'm
Okay.
gonna throw. Yeah, go
This-
ahead, Steven. Just take off with it. Here.
I'm going to say, just real quick, starting off, this episode had some of the best meme-worthy scenes ever. But we had the scene with, obviously, my log does not judge. And then we had the scene with Cooper looking out. And then I think it's the sheriff, the doctor, and Hawk all looking past. Like,
I
absolutely
forgot about that one.
fantastic scenes in
It's
this.
good
It
stuff.
is the cinematography on this, and I don't use that word. I never use the word cinematography because it's the devil's word. But the cinematography on this episode was fantastic.
So
It does
I
look
sent
really pretty.
You're on the
The-
Rewatch podcast, sir. You don't like
Those guys-
cinematography?
those guys all lining up in a row like that. I had sent a meme of that to Steven before the last podcast because I don't remember what I was sending to him, but I had seen it in the thing, so I forgot that I was an episode accidentally ahead without realizing it. And Steven's like, "What is that from? That was amazing." So
Is that another You're Welcome where somebody knows what's ahead and they post a meme of like before what we know?
You're welcome.
it wasn't intentional, but it was I didn't realize how much Steven would love it. He adored it, and he was
It was
right.
so
It was
good.
a good picture.
I called it the hero shot of all four of them lining up there.
Mm-hmm. But that was just I don't know. There were multiple aspects of this episode which has put the I almost want to we don't do the ratings for this one, so maybe that's something
Yeah,
we should
I
get
was
into. But
just looking it up.
I've got to assume the rating for episode 6 has got to be very high.
8.4 out of 10.
8.4.
Nice.
Which is in the middle, honestly.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this episode was really good. obviously we start off in the I you can't even say don't pull attention because it just, hey, we need a distraction in this hotel again. We already lost, the Norwegians. What do we do now? How about Icelandic singing?
Yeah.
Gary.
Oh, you butter.
Oh,
Okay.
whoa.
I want to point out that you realize that he must send Diane the tapes on a daily basis because he's
Okay,
like,
yes.
"Can you please
Mhm.
send me my
Yes.
earplugs?" And
That was what
like,
I was gonna
as
say.
if he's gonna like overnight these tapes, and
Mm-hmm.
Diane's gonna send back earplugs. Also, can you just buy earplugs? Like, I don't want. Diane is apparently storing his earplugs. I
We've
don't.
also, well, on that note, to respond to
Okay,
your
Nick, you can
immediate
go now.
comment. Thank you. Before I say my piece, to respond to that too, like again, going back to cinematography with Steven, every scene shows like a logging truck drive by as well. So I would imagine that they probably have some hearing protection for all the loggers or, there's a freaking giant sawmill, right? They probably have some hearing protection in town. I don't know why he's asking to get some.
Nick, this is
Not
the
good
I
enough
mean-
ear protection to
Ear
fight
protection's for
Icelanders.
pussies.
Right.
Protection's for pussies.
Goodness.
I mean, in a very tiny town, maybe they don't, but obviously we're unsure whether or not this town is the equivalent of 5,000 or
That's
51,000
right.
or 500,000 people. But
51
either
pounds.
way, I was very psyched to get that little note about. I'm like, so does Diane get these tapes every day? Does he overnight these and she overnights some stuff? Like this just adds field. I am so excited. I am so here for this Diane like mystery. I cannot wait to have this figured out. And that was also, I believe, the same scene that he mentioned. It just goes to show that when you lose your home, when you leave your home, you lose all ability to control your personal environment. And I just thought, man, Cooper is just full of some of the little small witticisms, including Steven's comment about I just blanked on what it was. Sorry,
Law
Steven.
doesn't judge.
No. Oh, giving yourself a present every day? That was Nick, sorry.
That was Nick. That wasn't me. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I gave credit where credit wasn't due. Sorry, Steven. Sorry, Nick.
When I raised my finger too when you brought up Iceland was I was going to say also too, it's a little bit later scene, but when they do have the Icelanders come out and the brother, I forget the brother's name. He's a
Jerry.
Jerry. What lamb did that come from? What animal is that? That's like a brontosaurus leg.
I don't know. Where did that freaking bread come from? This guy finds the weirdest, like.
Okay, so you're
different-
wondering kind of like that is say it's a sheep or a lamb,
Yeah.
probably.
That's
That's
like
what he's,
that's what he says it is, but that's
Yeah.
a huge rack of leg or whatever it is.
the Icelandic sheep. The
Icelandic
big.
sheep.
I just want to know how these
Meow.
guys are getting these groups of people from like very curiously northern country. Like, why are they all coming out to? We're in Washington, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a very specific small town. What
Does it
exactly
have
are
to
they
be
interested in here?
Scandinavians who buy it for development, or
Right?
what? Yeah, very odd.
I think it seems like it's more like a chalet ski resort style thing or something, right? So
Yeah,
Gets
but
the-
and then I don't know when we want to talk about this, but what the hell is with all the secret passageways in the walls? Do they know these exist? Do they not know these exist?
Just Audrey. She's the only one who knows.
Just Audrey does.
Yeah.
probably
Oh,
are
And
Also-
everyone else seems oblivious to that they could be in a room that has a secret passage.
Yeah. Also, not getting too far ahead, but talking about the unhinged meme-ness of this episode, Audrey just keeps getting further
Well,
and further
I-
off the rails.
So I want to address Audrey in her own arc outside of the timeline of this.
The show? Yeah.
Yeah, well, not the show, this episode, because she appears in multiple different scenes in this episode, and I
Yep.
think it's worth discussing her arc throughout the entire episode instead of individual little snippets of what she does.
I'd be there for that.
But yeah, it is a maze in that place, and it makes me think of almost The Shining, like that's this type of place.
It makes me think of
Hold
a
on,
video game.
Steven, the book Shining or the movie Shining? Because I'm sure there's a fucking difference.
the Duke
in the
Nukem
internet.
3D mod level.
Exactly. And Gary, I have read and watched The Shining, so your comment, your smithering comment, makes no effect on me, sir.
It feels like a video game where like you have to go on the walls to listen to overhear the conversations that you need to for the next plot point.
It's weird. It is definitely weird.
Do they explain what she's looking out of? Sorry, we're going to talk about Audrey. Like, is it like a crack in the wall? Because it's like this size hole on
Yeah,
the
they're
other
like
side.
Mhm.
it looks deliberate to me. It looks like this was set up for that so that they can watch her. I don't know if it would have been for good or nefarious purposes.
Oh, I'm sure
Also,
if
like
in this
the
city,
entrance,
it's definitely nefarious.
Well, yeah,
the
now, but
entrance
I mean, this
appears to be in a
building,
general hallway. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is now, but like the building obviously isn't brand new. It's probably been there for a
You're
while.
right. And
So
when they
whenever it was
first put
built,
it in with peepholes, it was for all good purposes.
well, I mean, the people is obviously not, but I mean, just okay. I know nothing about building here, so I could be totally guessing. But I was like, I don't know. They could have had that just for just soundproofing in terms of having some space between the walls or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about, so
Hey,
don't
Jim,
quote me
I
on
want to
this.
soundproof these rooms.
But
What's the best way to play to soundproof these rooms? Well, let's leave about 3 feet of void space in between
I
every single wall.
I thought
look,
it was
I don't
something
know
to
what to
do
tell
with
you.
like if you had pipes or
Like,
other
there's definitely
like
rooms for
utilities
that.
that you'd leave a corridor to like work on them.
Yeah, but there
Like,
are no pipes or other utilities in there. Like,
it
this
could
isn't the
only.
Shawshank Redemption. This isn't Andy Dufresne breaking through the wall and then having to slide out 500 yards to freedom. This is just empty walls with
Is that a
peepholes.
reference to the book or the movie, Steven?
Yes.
And they don't look the easiest to walk through, or they could be like servant passageways
Right.
meant to get people over quickly without being seen. But
How
I don't
much room
know.
should we leave
Maybe it
between the
looks.
walls?
It's not like
I,
Disney here.
how much room should we leave between the walls? I don't know. That seems pretty small. I bet you like an 18-year-old girl could squeeze through there, but who's going to?
Also, who's gonna dust back there? Because like
Yeah.
it's gonna get kind of cobwebby. So obviously, if it's clean, you must assume that like it's well maintained and heavily used.
Conspiracy
Maybe.
theory number 1.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, damn it!
Beat me to it.
Audrey spends the majority of her spare time cleaning these passageways for fun.
I was gonna say maybe there's like a sixth sense where she just finds them because she also does it at the new Horns department store building too, right?
She's
Like,
sly.
oh look, a closet to hide
She
in.
hides. Yeah, she hides in a closet in the manager's office there, which you would
But, I mean-
assume. You would assume she's been in that office there multiple times because her dad owns the store, though.
Yeah, she's got dark sense for hiding spaces.
I don't get
Blind
that
sense?
reference.
Blind sense, like D&D or something. Like I know
Blind
there's
sight?
two hiding blind sight. I know there's 2 hiding spots within 10 feet of me.
Ooh.
The whole
Perception.
2 people who would have gotten that reference, maybe.
Listener, do you play D&D? Do you want to join your group here?
If we're gonna start just like knocking at very obscure references, I can just leave the podcast, I guess, because it's my whole shtick.
That's all you've got to bring to the table. Don't take away from me all I've got.
That's all I've got. Please. If I can't make a Trouble Hubble joke here, where? They're a great band from Nebraska. You should listen to.
I guess I will go on. Yeah, let's go on the Audrey tangent then. So we see her at, let's see. We see her in the beginning with Cooper. We see her at the I wanted to call it the department store, blackmailing the manager. We see her again at the grocery store spying on the manager. And then we see her at the end of the episode trying to screw up her father's ambitions, and then it doesn't work. And then Cooper's bedroom. Am I missing something there? Yeah, you're muted, Gary. You are definitely muted.
Steven, I was saying she also got a phone number from the other employee. You skipped
Yeah,
that
I
part.
was-
That like
I was
the
including that. In the...
second
This next
episode.
episode.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
the next episode.
This all runs together.
But I was honestly, like what Nick was saying, she is very clever on her feet. And I felt that she was, although I do think she is still, how we say, broken, she is very intelligent. And really and truly, if you're talking about anyone who really has the ins on, like the inside track on the investigation that no one knows about, it's Audrey. I think Audrey might have the most knowledge out of anyone but Cooper in this right now. Someone else can say if I'm off base there, but she has been sly, clever, and she is worming her way into the inner workings. Gary.
The log lady knows more.
The log lady doesn't know more. Her log knows more, Gary.
I'll say
Get
her
your
log,
shit
not
right.
her
Come
log lady.
on.
And it does not judge.
She's just a
And it
vessel.
does not judge.
Unlike Steven.
Audrey judges. I
Audrey
also
judges
judge,
for
yes.
sure. Yeah.
But it was so
Yeah.
I'm very interested by her arc throughout this episode in terms of how she starts off. She's really trying to. Do you think that half of what she's doing here is to get in the good graces of Agent Cooper, depending on or coming from where this episode starts and where it ends with
I'd second that.
like it almost oh sorry.
No, the 2 episodes go like 1 episode at a time. Like until now, Audrey has just irritated me because I'm like, just the psychoness of how she acts all the time. But all the episodes combined, especially in the next one as well. I know we're not there yet, but she is becoming a person of interest to me in terms of watching her. So we will see. We will see. I am impressed by her detective skills because at first I was like, and then it keeps going, and I was like, well, damn, your detective skills is turning up stuff. I can't deny that.
If anyone's ever seen the movie Spy Games before, sorry I cut in front of you here, Gary, a little bit, but she reminds me of Brad Pitt in Spy Games, where he is it's a CIA officer, and he's been told to you see that window up there, break into that place. I want to see you on the windowsill in 5 minutes or something. And that's exactly what she strikes me like. Is like, hey, you see that building over there? I want to see you on the roof in 10 minutes. She finds a way to do it. It's crazy. Gary.
I was going to say some of it's probably I think it's a mixture of motives to impress Agent Cooper, probably kind of sort of to resolve like no one knows anything about Laura, and I think it's just general curiosity about Laura and being nosy. Like
What do
I
you
think
think
she's just a nosy person who can't.
What do you think about maybe spite her dad?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Is that
some of it's probably to spite her dad too, because she probably thinks her dad's involved. Maybe.
Yeah,
Why
'cause
else
she
would
got
Go ahead.
the note at one point that it was Ronette and Laura were both working at her dad's department store at one point. So like at that point, I feel like that was whenever some switch flipped and she was like, okay, this is something I need to investigate.
I would agree with that. I mean, it's not like she's just spying through the walls on her dad just to see if he's like she has a motive. She thinks he's probably involved somehow. She's got some good detective skills. She has a hunch and follows them up. Like some of the people, like Bobby, who's very on the other side of the knowledge spectrum, has a lot of like, well, this is what's going on. Yeah, and just like a wild guess. Whereas she's actually like finding people and doing some spy work. Yeah, I'd second what you were saying, Steven.
And then so the episode ends with, and I'll be quite honest, I should have rewatched this scene. Ends with her trying to sabotage her dad's little soiree, and when it doesn't happen, when the Icelanders just do Icelandic things and get real fucking annoying, she breaks down and ends up running to Cooper's room. We find out she runs to Cooper's room. I don't understand why she broke down. Does someone else maybe understand that?
How did she sabotage? I thought it was the business, the Laura's dad who flipped out.
That's what I thought. I thought she's reacting to that. Sorry.
I thought she turned on the music. Was I wrong?
I don't. Yeah, that if she was on to turn on the music, one that makes a lot of sense. I didn't catch that scene where she does that, but also prior to that is whenever she catches in the walls Catherine and her dad at that point. So I think that's where she starts the sort of manic laughter that we then next time we see her,
Evolves.
she's manic crying essentially. And yeah, so at that point I think I think that's a breaking point for her at that point. Whether that's directly trying to sabotage the party and that's one more straw on the camel's back or not, but she's lonely at that point. She realizes she doesn't even have like any sort of family at that point. Feels like.
Yeah, I also took like her seeing the dad. I mean, if you don't have a heart, watching him as what's his name Ben is doing is like, oh, this guy's just ruining my party that I need, like get out of the way. But if you have anything at all or seeing him break down every time is very painful because you're feeling bad for him. So I took it a little bit as that because I was surprised. I was like, oh, she does have a heart. Look at that. But it honestly could be from a combination of things because what she was seeing wasn't the easiest.
I will say I was
Yeah.
trying to find the scene here real quick, and sorry, the only thing that I want to point out is entirely non sequitur. There are definitely electrical boxes and fuse boxes in the hideaway thing, so that I apologize making fun of you, Amanda. Anyway, sorry.
Thank you.
I was gonna say that in terms of like specifically looking at Leland and breaking down from there, Mike, I was always had the slight thought that was like she's watching and seeing like what a dad who really loved his daughter behaves like,
That's
and
good perspective.
has that sort of
There you
like,
go.
oh yeah, my dad would never be like this if I were gone.
Her dad told her she was dead to him years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really rough scene from a couple of an episode ago.
It was not. It was a rough scene if it was done seriously, but unfortunately, the ass clowns that are acting made me like, oh yeah, Days of Our Lives. You were dead to me years ago.
It was the terrible
cannot-
cinematography.
All right, I think that was really judgy, and I don't even think necessarily deserved for this.
I
think
cannot
this is
wait
fine
until we
acting.
find the show or movie that Gary absolutely loves and cherishes, and I'm just going to shit all over it the entire podcast.
It's the terrible cinematography that didn't make that scene for him.
If only we'd have just selected Speed 2 from the last list.
If only that would have been one of the. Well, Gary unselected it himself. He self-sabotaged
That's what it
himself.
was.
Do you have anything else, Steven?
No, that was. I will just tag along on everyone else's. That was my big theme that I wanted to go through.
Okay. JC, what do you want to talk about for the episode here?
Most of my notes are just like small observational things, just especially on rewatches. Given that it is a rewatch for me, just catching on the little things. Andy eating Cooper's donut whenever Cooper hands it to him to hold for a moment, and just Andy just starts immediately.
Okay,
Chomping
and they
on
are
it.
eating donuts at the crime scene
They took the
Right?
donuts from the crime
with
scene.
their
Right?
gloves on.
It's so amazing.
It bugs me every single time.
It's so funny.
They started doing it. And I was like, "What? You're even wearing gloves? You are. Damn it! What is happening here? Didn't you watch CSI? Clearly not."
Right? For me, it was always NCIS, and every single episode is like, wear your damn gloves. Always wear gloves on crime scene. That's a Gibbs rule.
I think it's a reoccurring joke that there's always donuts. It like literally,
yeah.
I think it's a
100%.
serious scene. They've got rubber gloves on, but it just seems to be a running joke that like these police officers cannot tie their shoes unless there's donuts in their system.
At
And
the
I think
crime
that-
scene.
And
is
black coffee.
ridiculous. Yeah, and
I
black
think-
coffee.
They also, part of that joke too, is every single time you get a scene of donuts, they are all stacked 2 by 2 by 2 by 2
Yeah.
by 2. And there's just a shit ton of them. There's so many donuts.
Mhm.
Like, I just took the 2x2 thing as just, is it Lucy? Just something that she does every time. However, like, the
Could
first
be.
thing of, like, just from a food safety thing, I was like, you just ate that with your hand. Your gloves are on, so you've already ruined your gloves. Not to mention, you are dealing with forensic evidence. Like, what?
Mhm.
This is not the 30s. You are aware, you obviously know that you need to wear gloves, but why are you eating?
Right. It's a weird coroner's note here, but Jack Renault's place is covered in sprinkles. I don't know how that
It's
happened.
it's weird. The DNA has both his and, all of ours because of the
Mhm.
contamination.
I so I had
We are
something
all the
up.
killers.
His blood type
I-
was glazed.
I had something, but Gary, you've been holding your finger up. You go ahead, and then I'll jump in with my thoughts on that afterwards. Okay.
Nope. Nothing.
Good talk, Russ. All right. So on that note, I had the same items that Steven did about Audrey, but I also had a couple items on Cooper this episode, where again his intuition in some of these scenes, it's like everybody walks in, they're looking at the crime scene, and he can just like walk right up and be like, "Oh look, here's a picture of a cabin in the woods on the inside of this drawer," and like, how? Where you're the last one there? Nobody saw that before you, and it helps progress the story, so I get why it's in there. But even when he's talking to Sheriff Truman, like he just starts looking up at the ceiling, and everybody's just like, "What?" The entire time he's not even like responding. He just stares at the ceiling and goes, "Can you give me a lift?" It's ridiculous. I love it though. Even
So I noticed that too, and I honestly, I think I made a joke about this earlier. It's like everyone is trusting Cooper's instincts. Like Tibet. Let's talk about Tibet, and all these like, oh, I had a dream. Oh, look at this. These it's in the red room. Look at the curtains on this building. Red. It's got to be the red room. And then you get to the log lady later on, and it's actually Hawk that stops everyone. Like, we're gonna listen to this, and they all start very normally talking to the log lady, and only Cooper's like, what the fuck is going on here? And I take back what I say about them trusting Cooper, because they trust a lot of really weird sources of information.
Completely in character for him.
So did the log cabin lead them to the actual cabin they needed, or is it just Log Lady's cabin? So Jacques has a photo of Log Lady's cabin in his apartment.
They were
No.
looking for Jacques' cabin, and they just happened to stumble into Log Lady's
Log
instead.
Lady's cabin. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
I don't know.
No.
I got a lot more backstory on Log Lady, and I actually think that the townspeople she was probably a well-regarded person, and then obviously she had tragedy. So I think there's a dark backstory, and I think in general, the people of the
this
town
show?
like her because they understand that shit went down.
Is that not a conspiracy theory, Gary? I'm surprised.
That
You
is
just
a
gave us all that
conspiracy
with all the
theory.
conspiracy theory.
At some point, this is no longer subtext; it's just text. Like they say, they say, like, "Oh yeah, your husband died." Like right after that, right? Like, Log's gonna talk to you.
Yeah, I don't think it was good enough for a conspiracy theory, but just like the amount of respect everyone shows her, and like she's not treated it as if she's not treated as the town crazy. Like
In this town, I
Because
think
her log
everybody's a
knows,
little
and her
the
log
town
doesn't
crazy.
judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this town, like someone who doesn't judge, like, yeah, folks are happy to have that log around.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
I want to point out that in behind the scenes of making a show is that there's some prop master who had to make multiple versions of that log or keep track of a log in the middle of like Washington or wherever this is filmed. Like they'd have to keep track of this one log because it's actually a main character.
No,
That's why
I
they
want
had to
someone.
make sure Leo couldn't actually be chopping wood that day. Is like they had like,
There
no,
you go. He might
don't.
chop the log.
That one might be the one. Don't let him actually chop wood.
Like, someone was sent to figure out which was the most photogenic log too, right?
And they found.
I want someone to go back throughout all the pictures. I want a picture of the log in every single episode that it appears, and I want those all photo compared.
They just
Somebody
had
bring the
Jim,
log stand in. Bring
Jim
the log
Henson
stand in,
or
please.
Stan Winston recreate the log there, basically. That's where the budget went, was just the reproduction of a log as a prop.
Digital CGI log.
I think about what I saw the behind the scenes of the Thor movies, which is that they have multiple versions of Thor's axe. Like one is foam in case you need to have it lighter, and one's heavier in case it needs to be very detailed. I imagine she has a styrofoam log for heavy action scenes.
I don't think she does. I think there's just a log.
So yeah, they meet Log Lady and have amazing conversations. And then they end up going to the cabin that seems to be with a crime scene, where at least where something took place there. And Cooper relates later that there's the picture of Waldo next to some hair, I think is what it was. And so they confirm that like Waldo was. They had evidence that shows Waldo was there. There's blood stains on the ground, and they find a little poker chip too from One Eye Jacks. So they at least found a crime scene that they can review. But yeah, again, just Cooper's intuition. Like nobody finds anything, and then I forget where the One Eye Jack poker chip rolls out from, but it rolls under a chair or something. I remember.
So it's a cuckoo clock.
Yeah.
And he opens a cuckoo clock, and for some reason, someone put just a shit ton of chips in a cuckoo clock. Opens it up, chips fall out. The prop master was told, "Hey, I need them to find one of these chips in here. Don't draw attention."
Yeah, just
I don't know. I guess if they're $1,000 poker chips, I guess you would hide them.
In a
Like,
cuckoo clock?
I don't know, where else do you hide it? Like, what is a good hiding spot?
I mean,
in this,
24 times a day, it's going to open up and draw attention to where they're at.
unless
so.
it's a broken cuckoo clock. I don't think it
Yeah,
opened naturally.
Yeah,
I think it's a
Truman
broken
opens
cuckoo
it.
clock.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So yeah, so that was really interesting. But there's a couple other instances where, yeah, they have that scene where the hero shot of the four of them all line up. It's just pretty good. Did you have something, JC, on one of those? You raised a finger.
It was just a brief thing, like with the log lady stuff. I don't know if anybody had any real big takeaways from things she said. The one thing that always stuck out to me is like the way she talks like the owls won't see us in here.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody else is a nerd for the creepy stuff like I am, but like owls are often like intermingled with aliens in that sense. So harkening back to Steven's early alien conspiracy theory.
Oh my
Oh, are
gosh!
we encouraging
So-
that?
just pointing it out. So I wasn't sure if anybody else caught it, but yeah, lots of little things. And I think we mentioned
And
like
she also talks about fire. She talks
the
about fire
fire,
a
yep.
lot. And
And
we've
what-
obviously still trying to figure out what fire walk with me means.
You're welcome. Is that the scene too where she's like, if you close your eyes, you'll burn?
Yes.
Yeah, so more fire. Yeah.
I'm sure that these are all veiled comments that will make sense later on. And I don't know, because I have a conspiracy. Well, not even conspiracy theory. I have a question for the group on the next episode, but we'll get there on one of these weird conspiracies. Sorry.
You're good. I'll pass it to somebody else. But the last little comment I had on Cooper and the troop of the four officers was, I forget where it falls in line too, but when we are back at the sheriff's station, we do get a little drop nuance as to why Lucy's been acting so cold.
Oh
This
yeah.
episode or that next episode?
Did they?
the start of next episode.
There
I
was
think,
this
yeah.
one.
Oh shoot! If I'm jumping ahead, I'll hold on.
I think so. But
I think
was-
that's correct.
Bugger. Yeah, I remember that because I had the question too. Is like, what's going on between them, and why is poor Andy being shunted so hard? That was interesting. I was like, oh, plot thickens. Yeah, I'll pass it to somebody else.
JC, I guess I think I started with you. Did you?
I have more of my accurate teenage portrayal moments. Donna and James meet up, and James does the whole, "My dad didn't die. He's a musician.
God,
Also,
that was so dramatic.
my mom's a writer, but actually she's a drunk. I'm so ashamed." And it's like, what the fuck? What is happening, James?
that I
This
will
is-
give to the bad acting.
No,
To
no.
Gary's point, that is bad acting.
None of this is a big deal, man. Like, yeah, like it's probably like you feel ashamed, but also like, why did you have to lie about any of this in the first place? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, it's fine. Gary?
I just wrote down like Jimmy drops whole bunch of backstory in less than 5 minutes. Like, just like, oh yeah, my dad is dead, or he's a musician, and my mom's a drunk or a writer, and she's a whore, and I'm just like, does this go anywhere? Like, I just don't want any secrets. And it's just like, oh, so maybe this is a recurring theme that like everyone in town has secrets, and he doesn't have secrets. But wow, boy, is that a lot of backstory just out of not even needed backstory. Like it added nothing. Just backstory dump. Anyway, Steven.
I agree with you. It added nothing, and I think it was funny because if you watch the what's her name?
Donna.
The actress. Sorry,
Donna? Is
Donna.
the...
Yes, if you watch Donna as well, she's also kind of like, okay. And I get it. Like, secrets tear people apart. I don't want there to be any secrets. All right. I guess this was a major secret, and everyone is gonna hate you for it. And Donna's just like, cool, bro. I don't care. Can we move on?
Remember how our friend died? Like, we're focusing on that. With another teenager thing of like, oh, we loved Laura. We're afraid the truth might never come out. Then why aren't you telling it to anybody? Like, you can't. Oh, we're afraid the truth might not come out. That's why it's a secret between just us. Don't tell anybody. What the? That's not how that works.
No, that is how it works, JC. It's just us for justice.
Because it's just us.
It is silly. They also, real quick, on the theme of teenagers being really weird and dumb. They also have the meeting at the. I believe that was in this episode. Did they have the meeting at the diner at this episode?
With Maddie and Donna? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the part that I love most is they sit down and they get you anything? A Coke. You got it.
Yeah.
Gone. And Don's just looking like, all right, cool. Let's move on.
I also want to point out really quick, and Gary, you can go. She never drinks it. Like they have a conversation, they get up and leave. That bugged me because it's like specifically, what do you want? Here's what you get. They talk, and then all three of them leave. She never even touches it after they bring it to the table.
Or pays, I assume, but
Right. Sorry, go ahead, Gary.
Anyway, to JC's point about like everyone has secrets in this town, but also apparently everyone in this high school is like deathfully afraid of sharing secrets, like or sharing truths. Like no one trusts authority figures in this town. Like, wouldn't you be like, I need to talk to a guidance counselor. Also, I should probably tell the principal or guidance counselor all of this crazy shit that's going on. Also, we haven't seen the principal in a while, and I still think he's the murderer.
Gary, that's a fantastic segue to the reason why they're probably not talking to him is that fucking weird ass counselor who we see who breaks Bobby. I felt bad for Bobby. He breaks Bobby in oh man. She didn't care about you, did you? Did she cry after you both made love? Did you cry? Did you like, oh, holy cow, this is all right. And even Bobby's like, whoa, what's going on here? And then he starts talking about how Laura is basically a demon. Like, she wants to do good, but she can't help but corrupting people. Is that what Laura did to you, Bobby? Did Laura corrupt you? And he starts just fucking bawling and crying. I'm like, oh God.
I was wondering if he broke like some major ethical boundaries where like only reason he knew that Bobby cried was because Laura told him
Of
and then
course.
he used it against somebody else.
That was exactly my understanding.
Like, he was listening to all the tapes too, like, they're recording, so he knew that.
And so, Gary, to your point about going to the guidance counselor, maybe don't. Not here.
Yeah. Oh, you seem troubled. You should go to the counselor, Dr. Jacoby. No, thank you. I'm A-okay.
I'm all right.
I will bottle that shit right up.
I would rather talk to a log.
The
That's,
log is
that's what
probably a good
happened.
listener.
Yeah,
Log
the
doesn't judge.
log lady went through the tragic
Right.
after marriage thing, and they're like, "Well, you can talk to this
Someone
counselor,
like to
Dr.
talk to
Jacoby."
Jacoby.
She's like,
It's like,
"No, I will
I'm
talk
good.
to the thing that lit up and burned my husband alive. Thank you." That's much more preferable.
Hold on, did he die at a wood fire? I didn't.
Well, I
didn't.
presume some
Obviously,
sort
I
of
heard.
fire. It's a logging town, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
oh man. Sorry, I kind of stole that from you there, JC.
All good.
Yeah, Dr. Jacoby again, just pops in out of nowhere. It just has
Dr.
this
Psycho
like,
McWeirdo.
yeah, this really out there.
The only
you-
person in this goddamn thing that is able to make what's his quarterback dude likable.
Bobby.
Like,
Yeah,
Bobby. If you're able to make Bobby likable, you're not a good person.
again, the cinematography of the like when he's introduced is like shot through his legs as he's like laid back. It's like he doesn't even. I don't know. It just to me it portrayed that he didn't really care to talk to either of them. I mean, he's addressing what do we say, an Air Force colonel? He's just like sitting there with his legs kicked up, laid back, kind of half paying attention, talking to parents, and then dismisses them. This is very odd. Gary?
Did anyone else notice Dr. Jacoby's sunglasses?
Yes,
Yeah.
they've been bothering me.
Two different
Every
One
colors.
is
single
red,
time.
one is blue. They are an old version of 3D glasses.
Yeah, maybe they help him see
sees
3D in
things
real
that we
life.
don't.
I don't understand.
That's right.
Because Dr. Jacoby is playing 3D chess.
Ooh.
No,
3D
no,
chess.
no. I will not award Nick any points. They're just 3D glasses in the sunglasses. That is all. There's no deeper meaning. It's just
Was that?
crazy.
I'm trying to think if there was like the old style of like colorblind attempts at corrective lenses or anything. Maybe that was something
Yeah, Gary.
very likely
Can you
just a
tell us?
goof.
How do you correct your color blindness?
Well, I know like these days it's now like that they have like specific tinted lenses and stuff, and I know there were earlier versions of it, so I wasn't sure
Okay,
if that was
Stephen, my understanding of 3D glasses is that one is tinted red, one is tinted blue. So when you look at the picture, there are specific images interlaced that are slightly blue and slightly red, so that the red lens will only show you the red outline picture, and the blue lens will only show you the blue outline picture. So then your eyes combine them in your brain head, and then it looks as if it's 3D.
So, Gary, I do apologize. I was taking a cheap shot at you for you being colorblind due to JC's statement about maybe their corrective glasses. Was not questioning your your thoughts on it being 3D. It was a cheap shot. I apologize.
Oh, so you're just an
very quick
asshole.
search.
Yes,
Got it.
exactly.
Got it.
That's what it was.
That's what we the rest of us assume.
Stephen, I didn't assume that in history class you learned anything about 3D glasses or movies. So I just assumed you were an idiot. Sorry.
Fun fact: if you go to an IMAX 3D, you can't use the real 3D glasses on them because it's different polarity to the screen, and it gets you all nauseous. So you have to go back to the desk
Oh.
and say, "Hey, glasses." Anyway.
Weird.
Do you have real 3D glasses?
Well, now I do, yeah, but real 3D
Well, they did
glasses
like the
never
active
used.
3D versus passive 3D.
Well, they're both the passive style or whatever, but it's just like if you were to decode it, it's like one is like a vertical scan and one is a horizontal sort of thing.
Oh,
So
good lord.
Oh gosh.
yeah. Anyway,
The
can
more
believe
you
that.
know.
yeah.
As someone who has a 3D TV, I know it's when you look at the image, it's just two images side by side, and usually in the background they just set them over top one another. Nick, you're impressed. Don't deny it. Anyway,
not gonna
yes,
negative.
Steven, I'm colorblind, and I live with that. And you're an asshole.
My notes on the family therapy were, "Hey, Bobby's at family therapy, yay!" with Dr. Jacoby. No.
Yep.
He's the most qualified guy in town.
Oh god.
That's not saying much, but it's true.
Speaking
Statement.
of family dynamics, Ed and Norma decide that they're going to be calling it quiet again for a while.
Which, after seeing Norma's husband, seems like a good call.
Yeah, Yeah, Hank seems like a dude who's just like
Domino
"All right,
liquor?
You just get to do whatever you want. Yep.
Domino liquor. Yeah.
Yep.
He plays the innocent pretty well. There's some scenes where he's just kind of like chill and hanging out, and then when he's by himself and has that domino in his hand, it's like serial killer.
Yeah,
And-
he's if we didn't have the bad scenes, we'd be like, yeah, I could see
Mhm.
him being. We just need to give him the benefit of the doubt.
In change.
He's terrifying. We're waiting for this disaster to go down, obviously.
And what was the murder he was accused of? He like hit somebody with his car. Was that it?
Oh, I don't
Or was
remember.
it an actual
Can't remember.
homicide? Because it was something
He
when
was,
I
he was
remember
in
when
jail
he was
for manslaughter, and I can't remember
manslaughter,
what
but I thought he would
if we
like
know the
accidentally hit
circumstances.
somebody with his car. I think was the thought. I
I
didn't
mean,
think
that
it
would
was
be
like
manslaughter.
I didn't think it was like an active homicide. He had a bad streak in him. It was like, oh, he's just victim of poor circumstance or something like that was the thought. Because he talks
He
later
does not
about
seem like a victim of circumstance.
No.
He looks
well,
like
again,
that's
the
part of
omniscience
problem.
of the audience, yeah, is that we feel that way. But I think in the context of the scene, the thought is like he's portraying, I've done my time and I'm rehabilitated now, and that wasn't me or something. So I was just curious what his crime was again.
Do we see him take back the business from Leo in this episode? I think it happens in this episode.
We see
right?
him beat the shit out of Leo.
Yes, that when he like that's
So
not
is
something I
him.
was expecting. Is for him to go up and take the epitome of the bad person, maybe right there on par with Dr. Creepy Sucker Face, and beat the living crap out of him. Like, whoa! I was not prepared for that. And he's telling Leo, "I told you to look after the business, not create your own one," or something like that. And it was, oh, okay. So this entire cocaine thing is his thing.
Yeah, he is not a good guy.
Oh,
And since
Pivoting
Okay.
from him a little bit too, yeah. Leo takes a bullet.
Yep.
Yeah. Holy crap, she shot him was the last thing I wrote for this
Yep.
episode.
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
okay, and then comma,
Hooray.
he had it coming. I instantly heard like the songs from Chicago, like
Would have done the same.
yeah.
Gary.
Before the next episode even started, I said the words, she didn't double tap. She just shot once.
Oh, shoot.
Well,
Yeah.
And then
mean,
the
that's
next
like
episode, I don't
0.75
understand it
tap,
more.
think
I don't
that's
want
what
to get
she
into
did.
that, but how do you not? How does she survive that situation?
because okay, so she survives that situation because Leo just got shot, so he leaves. We learn that in the next episode. Spoiler
Mhm.
alert. But the point is that they have been talking this big game about, oh, they're gonna shoot Leo. They're gonna take care of Leo. Blah blah blah. And by the way, the scene with Bobby with a gun where he's pointing the gun at her, like that.
Fuck.
I'm sitting, oh my god,
Oh.
this is no.
Had that same note. Same note.
There's a range
Is it-
officer
is
out
it
there
just
who is just
anyone who
dying. He's
understands
melting.
basic
Seductively
rules
like
of
pointed at
gun
her
safety?
chest, like I'm gonna. It's like you're gonna shoot your girl in the face.
But
Maybe this is before the basic assumptions of gun safety.
yeah, the basic assumptions of gun safety. But then, I mean, when you get down to it, I mean, they made fun of quarterback's dad for killing people in Vietnam and Korea, but pulling the trigger is fucking hard. It's not an easy thing. Like, and it does portray it. It is a hard thing for her to do. She gets off one shot and absolutely has a panic attack. It's not some sort of like say hello to my little friend. It is a panic shot. So it entirely makes sense to me that she 0.75 taps him.
It's a crime of passion. It's an emotional heightened state.
Anything else, JC? I think we keep swerving back to you here.
Yeah, I mean, I asked, is Ben Horn the Gendo Ikari of this show? After we catch Ben and Josie, apparently also have some sort of involvement here.
what the hell?
Gary
I
looks
feel like
confused.
I just said what the hell a lot of times in this episode.
See,
Yeah.
this is why you never trust someone who quotes poetry. This is
There
what
you
you
go.
get when you trust someone who quotes poetry. Nick.
We are now going to be quoting
What?
poetry to Steven, correct?
I thought that Josie had a thing with Truman. Does she?
She
Do we think that
does,
she's
as far as we
playing
know.
him?
Look. Oh, that was conspiracy theory number 2.
Oh God.
He's got two.
Okay.
There is not a love triangle. There is not a love square. There is not a love hexagon. There is a love pentagram in this city. And that is why everything's going wrong, because they inadvertently created a pentagram with their love triangles. And it has summoned a demon, which is preying upon everyone.
So Gary, you're just writing love pentagram, right?
Gary, spell pentagram.
Make sure you
Google.
spell it right, or it centers the bad energy on you.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no,
Oh, sorry.
don't actually do it. No,
Discord
shut up.
has some level of spell check. That helps.
Thanks, Discord, for protecting us from.
Oh, I have to give credit to Steven. Two for two this episode.
2 for 2. Maybe that's what all the Icelandic dancing was, is the summoning rituals.
See? It all makes sense when you just think about aliens or demons.
Boo.
God,
Sorry.
turning Leland's
Steven, aliens cannot be blamed every single show.
Oh, yeah, they can. Ye of little
Really?
faith.
Considering how little, like, we've actually had. Well, okay, how little contact we know we've actually had with them. The aliens sure get blamed for a lot in our media.
in my
Having
day-to-day
lived
life too.
for a
You doing
year
it?
of my
Yeah.
life in Roswell, I can assure you that I can neither confirm nor deny any goings on of aliens in these sorts of things, and which is why I am so distrustful of them.
Were you the Naruto runner?
No, Tyler, that's silly. A Naruto runner? They would obviously not get past the Area 51 security. Now, if you put on a couple layers of tin foil, let me tell you.
Makes you faster.
I thought you could just drive there. I saw that in Independence Day.
Well, you got to have an alien in the back of a truck though with you in order
That's
to actually
fair.
get in.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Earth. Anyways.
JC, we want to move on to anyone else?
If someone else has, I feel like I've probably beat most of the bush here, but
Sure. Amanda.
Yes, I have a lovely little comment of, I don't remember which character said something about, this wouldn't be about Laura, would it? I don't remember who said that. But once again, I was like, oh, why do you say that? Because the cops showed up after she died in a small ass town and we're still looking for a serial killer. Why are you guys so surprised? Why is there not an absolute obsession over this? Audrey is honestly, in this case, the only one behaving normally. Everybody else would be sticking their nose in every 2 seconds. And along the same thing of small towns, how are they not hearing Leo's truck constantly in and out of that freaking house? There's nothing around them. You would hear that thing coming. I'm still mad. It keeps coming up. Sorry. It comes up more in the next episode. He even like guns it to leave.
It is actually, mentioning that real quick, what happened to the girl who was tortured but lived?
Run-it.
She's
she dropped
still
off the
unconscious
face
in
of
the
the earth.
hospital.
Yeah.
Did they even cast a character to play her? Like,
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
There was a
did.
person.
She was somebody in the
first
hospital. I
one.
forgot.
And we found her on the train tracks too, walking. Dazed.
For the log, I did write down that we're getting a little bit of Three-Eyed Crow vibes kind of here. I'm just saying.
Boo.
Game of Thrones reference. I also
Very
wrote down,
rarely.
why does Cooper's jacket look like a kid's costume FBI jacket? I think it's just old enough to have the different kind of font on it too. But it just looks like someone's like he went and bought like iron-on letters and just put them on himself. Okay, that's all my notes for this episode.
Okay. Gary, did you have anything you wanted to talk about from this episode?
I enjoyed. For some reason, I literally just wrote down the line: "Bring a tape recorder," because obviously, like they found a tape, but not everyone owns the expensive technology of tape recorders in 1990. Also, I now really want to make furniture that has hollowed out areas to hide shit in. So, it's just my life goals.
Yeah.
Like, I want a fist fight at my funeral. I want to make furniture that I can hollow shit out in and hide. I don't know what I'm gonna hide, but I just want to hollow shit out and hide shit. That is all.
That is your okay.
Okay. Uh,
That is
Nick,
all.
Did that not intrigue anyone else? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a.
I mean, I like building secret storage. I would like to be able to build secret storage compartments and stuff like that in all my furniture as well, but that
Yeah, I mean,
requires
everyone's
having.
a fan of that.
She got it.
Unfortunately, when you look online, 99% of them is like, where do we hide a shotgun, a pistol, or a knife in your house? I'm not that person.
Gary, what did you
Yes.
type into the search bar to find that, though? Where can I find furniture I can hide stuff in?
I don't know. The internet just shows me shit. Like, it's always like a what is the kind of bookshelf, the whatever,
Like the bookshelf
the
closet
floating
thing?
shelves, floating
Mm.
bookshelves, and there's always like a key card or a magnet that makes the bottom drop out, and there's like a little shelf for a pistol or some other stuff. I know a guy in college who literally looked at a desk ones that are like a 4-digit desk combination, and it drops down, and it's just a holster for a pistol.
Like a tumbler lock or something in there.
No, just a number, a 4-digit number lock that drops down a pistol that's you keep at your desk.
Fancy. I was just thinking of like the hollow books that you hide things in.
Which are
Mhm.
travesties.
This is true, Steven. I might have to go buy some books.
Oh
If
God,
only
Gary.
to hollow them out.
Even if you picked a book you don't like, it just feels like rude to the book.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, do you want to be the cheapest and easiest book to buy and hollow out? A Bible. Probably a St. John's
They just
version.
give
St.
those things
Joseph.
away.
St. James.
Yeah, St. James version.
Knew right
They
where
just
Gary
give
was
those
going with
away.
that one too.
Yep.
We all knew.
How did you know I was
Could
going to say
be-
Bible? You just knew I was going to
Everyone
go
knew it.
Bible?
Most
Just
popular
everyone knew.
best-selling book of all time.
They stamped it, didn't they? Those damn Gideons.
I apologize, Nick. Did you already go for this episode?
I talked a little bit. I guess the only thing I had on this was just the ending that Stephen had alluded to with Audrey in the bed. There are a couple times in this episode where, again, Cooper was interacting with Audrey. And I don't know. Had to cough. I don't know if Cooper is just like coffee drunk in those moments, but he's really making like doughy-eyed, longing looks towards Audrey. A couple times I had the note in my head of like, are you encouraging her? And so then at the very end, when she shows up in his bed, it was kind of almost like, yeah. She's definitely showing interest. And so I was just like, oh, yeah, this comes out of nowhere. When
Yeah.
he's done nothing but like, yes, Audrey, sit at my table and have coffee with me while we discuss this case. I'd love to talk to you more about it. I mean, she clearly seems infatuated with him, and it just a couple times his looks seemed a little inappropriate. Casey?
Yeah, no, I had in the note too that like it starts off with I felt like a decent shutdown of like, oh, when I was your age, I had school. What are you doing? And it's like, oh yeah, like, hey, no, you are a child in school. You have these things to do. But then like
Right.
finishes that conversation with like, how old are you? 18?
Nice.
All right,
See you around.
What are you doing, Coop?
What are you doing? Shut that down. Walk away. Yes.
Yeah, it's It's a weird episode for that stuff because I think this is also the same episode whenever Audrey then is also basically rape blackmailing the department store manager to like,
Yep.
hey, no, you're gonna put
Yeah.
me on the department store counter, otherwise I'm gonna rip my skirt and call my
Yep.
dad. What is going on in this episode?
Like I said, it's a little out there. Yeah, that was the end of that episode, and I don't know if there's more you want to transition or give a synopsis of the next episode, Tyler. But the next start is the pickup right after that scene too with them.
Yep. We'll transition now over to episode 7, Realization Time. Audrey cons her way into working at the perfume counter where Laura worked and discovers that it's being used as a recruitment post for One-Eyed Jacks. James, Donna, and Maddie plan to lure Jacoby away from his office.
So yeah, that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying. So yeah, that scene picks up right away with Cooper talking to Audrey, wearing literally nothing, I would imagine, but like the covers in his bed and blankets there. And again, he like talks to her, and at one point, doesn't he say something like, "You're such a sweet girl," or "You're very," he said
You're
something that
desirable.
like, "You're desirable," yes. And it was just like made my skin crawl. I was like, "Dude,
Yeah.
what are you doing?"
Mm.
Desirable, that is it. And it's like, because he's like, "Why don't I go get us something to eat or whatever? We'll go grab some food and I'll come back and we'll just talk it out." It's like, no, y'all need to get out of my room first and foremost, because federal offense, and I would know I'm a federal agent, but just the moral ambiguity of the scene is just a little, ugh. Yeah.
I guess I when I watched that scene, I personally think he handled it better than that. In terms of, yeah, he did say that she was desirable, but that was obviously what she was going for. Like she was obviously in a broken state. Her first words to him were, "Don't make me leave." Like, it's not like she's coming on. She's obviously, something's wrong. And I think that's what he sees first. And so what he's trying to do is assuage her, say that you are beautiful, you are intelligent, you are desirable. Now let's move on, and what can we do to get us out of this situation? I'm going to go get us a coffee. I'm going to go get us scones. You're going to get dressed, and then we can talk about this. And that's kind of how he diffuses the situation. And I think one of the big things that caught my eye after that was, we don't actually know what they talked about. It does not. It cuts away, and we have no idea what they talk about.
Sweep that under the rug and never talk about it again.
Steven, what does assuage mean? Is that persuade to escape?
Swage is actually a type of German sausage that they serve only in Bavaria.
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 To calm, to allay one's fears.
Mhm.
Aha.
But
That and the German
and
sausage. Got it.
and the Bavarian sausage, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do think that you are onto something too, Stephen. There, I don't agree with the immediate calmness that he responded in for the scene, but I do think that he is trying to be more compassionate to her. Like he doesn't want to just send her out, and she's crying too when she says that. She's got like tears in her eyes. So I think both you and JC made comments about she's not quite right with what she should be focused on at her age, or with what she's doing, or how she's going about her business. And in my head, I keep hearing the word misguided. Like, she has a direction. We've talked about her her detective skills for sleuthing, but I feel like she's misguided in, this is what I found, here's how I can apply it. And it's kind of throws off a little bit, and clearly Cooper's the rock against which that breaks.
Real tears or fake tears? Do you think she's actually sad, or do you think she's just playing the game?
That's a whole nother level of 3D chess that only Dr. Jacoby can figure out.
I think, real quick, I'm going to input. I do think it is real tears. I think that we saw her break down for no reason, break down while seeing that dance thing happened in front of nobody. So she's not crying performatively. She's crying because she's feeling something. And this is the scene pretty much that directly is after that. So my assumption is those are real tears. Those are not performative tears.
Like you said, she saw her dad too earlier on, right? So she knows her dad's has some infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
JC?
Yeah, no, it was just following up to what Steve mentioned that like I give Cooper flack for desirable because I feel like the point lands without specifically desirable. But yeah, I do think it is that thing of just saying like, hey, no, look, Audrey, I get what you're going for here. You are going to be somebody's great catch, but this is not the moment, the time, the person. This is just let's figure this out in a friend way.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
took it as genuine, but I do acknowledge that with her, it's kind of hard to always and never be sure. But at the moment, yes, I took it as I thought that was real, more likely to be real at least.
Steven, did you have anything else?
I think we get a bit of an Audrey saga in this one as well. Obviously, Audrey, we don't know what they talk about, but what we do know is that Audrey then, after blackmailing her supervisor, a nominative supervisor at work, goes in, basically breaks into his office, which is she is so damn resourceful. Walks up, hey, I think there was a car crash outside. You might want to go see. I want to see a car crash. Guy just fucking leaves. Walks in there, easily starts just picking up stuff. Oh, they're coming. I'll just walk into this closet for a second. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette the entire time in this closet, by the way. Just like, damn, that's some cojones right there. And it kind of leads out to her getting the number for One-Eyed Jacks, and then trying to get a hold of Cooper, and Cooper's on some secret agent mission, and it makes me wonder if they had some sort of plan or if they talked about some sort of arrangement that she was supposed to let Cooper know, and now she can't get a hold of Cooper, or I don't know. It seems like I feel like there must be something a little bit more going on there than what we're seeing. Gary.
I want to point out, going back to the car crash, like obviously if somebody says there's a car crash in the parking lot, I'm like, yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes. But it's weird that the guy doesn't come back and be like, that bitch fucking lied. There's no car crash. And then like knock on the manager's door. It's like, hey, have you seen Audrey? She told me there was a car crash.
You're getting upset that she's not telling. Hey, she told me there was a car crash. She lied to me.
Gary's hung up on the crappy acting. That's why this show is garbage.
Maybe the real trick is that she actually went outside and caused an actual car crash first, and then
Ooh.
was able to go in and be like, hey, there's a car crash out there. And now he's busy. He's definitely going to be preoccupied for the next hour or two dealing with injured folks.
I was going to comment really quick that also how creepy is the supervisor's notebook that has little hearts next to each desirable girl at the perfume
He
counter
ranks their desirability. Yep.
with little hearts. I was like, oh man, that's two on the nose. I mean, we get what kind of person you are and what you're doing trying to recruit these girls, but I was like, that's
Well,
just...
let me give you a unicorn, a sign of purity, and blah 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 and blah. Oh.
Yeah. Did anyone else think she was going to set the place on fire accidentally in the closet with her cigarette?
Slightly. It'd be funny.
I was waiting for it. And then I was
Arson.
like, can't they smell the cigarette smoke? But I suppose smoking's a lot more common.
Actually, I'm pretty sure wasn't smoking legal in all public places at that time?
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
sure it's more here. I mean, I feel like if someone was smoking in a closet, you'd smell it right away. But like, it's probably more lingering in the air since they're literally he's probably just smoking it before he came in there.
he has
Washington.
a pack of cigarettes on his desk, so presumably he's also a smoker. Apparently,
It's
everyone in this country is a smoker.
I was just gonna say, it's
1990,
Washington
man.
State. They're surrounded by dry pine needles. What could possibly go wrong? You can make a fire wherever you want to.
Yeah, no wonder they're like, oh, we'll just arson the place, no problem. You know why? Because we're just so used to the possibility everywhere we go. Apparently, I did laugh at the unicorn, but I was impressed at how Audrey used that 2 seconds later to be like, oh, did you get one of these too? That was very clever.
Resourceful.
She's super resourceful. So resourceful.
Yeah. Like,
Like-
we can always do the, oh, what's the telephone number? I forgot. But like the unicorn kind of sold it more. Like, oh, look, I got one too. That I thought it was more clever. Gary's face says he's not as impressed.
I think it's interesting that other girl got a unicorn but left because the unicorn wasn't really the selling point. More cash was the selling point. Like,
Mhm.
obviously it was a gift, but like it obviously meant nothing to that person. Like,
if I'm going to be the crude person here, she was technically the selling point there. So
but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but for her,
when you're
Yeah,
gifted
for her,
something and
yeah.
you're like, oh, I thanks, and then you actually get it like a weird, creepy job offer, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna forget this unicorn here because I don't really need a unicorn. I don't just a weird gift.
Mhm.
Seems like something Nick would give.
One of the other things in this episode
Dear listener,
that
also Nick is eating right now, so I get to watch him just struggle. Anyway, sorry, Steven.
no, that's fine. I was gonna say the other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about because I'd actually like some commentary from you guys on this because I don't know that I entirely absorbed the situation. Was a conversation between the Bewitch and the lawyer looking to get her to sign off on the insurance policy.
Yeah,
That
There's,
was really
like,
great.
there's like two more, not even conspiracies. Two conspiracies. It's not even our conspiracy theories. They've got like several things going on
It's
here.
like what JC said, subtext and just straight fucking text. And this is straight text. Someone's trying to kill her, and I didn't actually 100% get who it is trying to. Is it the poetry
Ben
dude?
Horn made the life insurance or requested the life insurance policy
And Josie.
on Catherine to benefit Josie. Ben wants to buy the mill. Like, I started writing this down like it was a freaking like murder mystery.
Getting the push
Ben wants
pins
to buy
out.
mill.
Yeah.
Catherine hates Josie. Josie wants question mark life insurance policy on Catherine to benefit Josie, done by Ben. Ben is playing both. Unsure. I don't know. This is one of those boards you put up on the wall with the little red strings.
I didn't catch that it was a life insurance. I thought it was like I thought it was all about the mill insurance. I didn't didn't catch that it was life insurance. I assumed it was like I assume she intentionally put questionable insurance on the mill that she didn't think that anyone would check up on, but you're saying it's life insurance. So
That's what I thought. Am I right? Okay.
It's life
I
insurance.
I don't even think they said Josie's name, but it was her name listed as under beneficiary. So like if Catherine dies, Josie gets like, is it $1 million or 100,000 or something absurd? Or $500,000. It was something absurd. Some kind of a huge amount. It goes straight to Josie. So that was interesting, especially for her to not be at all involved. So and it's not like they're like
And
married
I
or
think the
something.
guy says that he's been dealing with Josie. Like Josie's been giving.
Oh, I thought he said he was done by Ben. So maybe I
I think
misheard that.
I heard
think
him.
basically he references that he interacted with both. But
Okay.
Yeah, I do remember him specifically saying that he offered to get all the signatures in reference to the person he was working with. So that's I assumed Ben. But sorry, Gary.
So Ben might be okay. This goes back to like the first episode where I thought Ben might be the murderer or involved because he was the one who wanted to find the body. He found Laura's body.
nope.
This is
That was
That was the doc. No,
it's Catherine's husband, Pete.
Yes,
Pete.
Pete found it.
Who's Ben then? Oh,
Ben is Audrey's
name.
dad.
Ben is the rich guy.
He's the
Ben Horn,
poetry
who
dude.
owns
Poetry dude.
Yeah.
Do-
Oh,
we
Poetry
need to get a
Dude,
board.
Iceland seller.
See,
It's
this
real
guy's.
weird that I
This
thought
is
it was her
why you don't
husband
remember
took out
people.
insurance. I
Oh,
didn't
this
know
is why you don't.
some
No, yeah.
Can you just take out insurance on somebody random person in town? Like,
I think you can name
That's-
whomever as a beneficiary.
I remember this scene in terms of like that Catherine finds out that there's a double cross, but I didn't remember how layered the little lawyer filling out the thing, like he does a very good job of like, hey, I wanted to get one last signature and I wanted to collect this one personally because it seemed suspicious, and so like there's a lot of things that are unsaid that like they both acknowledge through just kind of subtle things, which is rare for the show, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and then I mean, this kind of spirals over into one of the last scenes in the show as well, which is Josie calling Ben, and Ben saying, and Josie saying, "She's gone. She's not over here anymore. Well, you need to get her at the mill. I will make sure she gets to the mill." And zoom out, and who's there other than Domino Liquor? And like, this is
Yeah,
once
there's
again,
the
not only are
entire
we,
board on the wall, red strings. Like, what happened
yes,
here?
see,
Pentagrams forming.
that's what I was gonna say. We have a second pentagram forming, and that is the
Second-
pentagram to kill the mall, or the mall. Sorry,
The mill.
pentagram to kill the mill.
Oh,
And there's like at least 3 different pentagram conspiracies here, and they all include Josie. And I'm like, is she innocent? Is she not?
Ooh.
I have no idea.
I'm not going to write down additional conspiracy theories because Steven already has 2 and he doesn't need any more credit.
Rude.
I do have a conspiracy
for
theory
you,
completely
Higgins.
separate from this topic, though.
You need to actually call it out though.
Hold on, it needs backstory. Hold on. Did you see when Ed is his name? Yes, Big Ed. When he comes out of in his house before he has this talk with his wife, he's trying to comfort her about her first attempt at getting a patent was rejected or whatever. And he's all dressed up. He walks down the hallway, and I stop and go, "Wait, is this the house from Back to the Future?" House.
What?
He walks down this hallway, and there's like on his right side there is like this weird set of shelves that I never see the same kind of hallway in Back to the Future. Now I have been looking at pictures online, and I don't think it's exactly the same. But conspiracy theory number whatever we are on, this is a timeline that got screwed up, and this is what's happening now from after Back to the
This is a
Future.
Back to the Future ripoff. This is a Back to the Future
No,
ripoff. Is what
no,
you're
no, it's
saying.
not a Back to the Future. It's not a
Twin
ripoff. It
Peaks
is Back
an
to the Future,
alternative
but
Back to the Future
wrong.
timeline.
And in the other part of the country, this is what happened. Marty
I'm not
McFly hasn't
lending-
fixed it yet.
I'm not lending credits here to what Amanda's saying, but Back to the Future does take place at the Twin Pines Mall.
I forgot. Nick, you're brilliant.
Pines Mall.
It becomes so. Does this mean at the end of this series, this town gets renamed Lone Pine?
Oh, that's good. I can't even. That's an amazing. If it ends up being Lone Pine, I guess Amanda wins.
I was very excited, and I was ridiculous. Googling Back to the Future inside of house is not very helpful, by the way.
Yeah, random cinephiles only like will zoom in and find things that are interesting to them, and usually it's like dicks in Disney movies. So
Yeah, so maybe I'll have to rewatch Back to the Future. But the 1 or 2 shots I saw where are kind of like it's off in the distance, like that shelving is in the distance. They look slightly different shelves. It is the same kind of configuration, but maybe it was just more common in houses back then. I guess I don't know. It completely derailed me when I was watching this show. I was like, now I want to watch Back to the Future and figure this out.
Anyways,
a far superior story.
get out of here. Good Lord. But what I will say is I did forget one more scene with Audrey, and that is the actual final scene with Audrey is when she goes to meet what is the chick's name?
Black Rose?
Black Betty?
Blackie.
Rose?
Black Rose, whatever it is. and she basically gets called out for being a liar for the first time in this entire show.
Yeah.
And then ends up just performing tongue tricks to basically get the job as a consort, shall we say.
Now, it's been a while since I read Scarlet Letter, but it took until she said that for me to be like, oh, is that first and last name the main character? It's definitely Hester. I didn't remember her last name
I
in the
actually
book.
caught it a little earlier, and I
Did you?
don't do good at
Nice.
books.
I've never actually read the Scarlet Letter.
But have you watched the film?
No, I have watched Easy A.
I say Easy A is
Hester
Quality
Prynne,
movie.
yeah.
Quality movie.
Dang right, it's a quality movie.
I mean, I think it's at like a 9th grade reading level, so you should get through it in like an afternoon. So it take me like weeks.
Even in audio
not
format,
do
it'll
well
take
with
Gary
books.
weeks.
Does not do well with books. There's another T-shirt for listeners. Who have.
Maybe that's a separate channel we need to start keeping, is just T-shirt ideas or merch ideas.
There you go.
Merch ideas for podcast.
All right. Well, those were the two main ones I wanted to hit on. So I will pass it off to. I'm just going to choose someone. I am going to choose Tyler.
Ah,
Your choice
Suck
is
it.
invalid. I'm hosting the podcast, so
He said that like a gotcha moment there, yeah.
Because he was never going to. He was going to get to it, and he's going to say, "All right, who wants to go next?" And he was going to defer to someone else. So I've turned the tables. I've chosen Tyler.
If none of us say
Who watches-
anything, he has to say something.
Who
Yeah.
watches The Watchmen?
all right, that's the podcast, everyone. Until next time. Can I roll a d20 my way out of this?
Ooh, there you go. It's a deception roll, I think.
It's gonna be high.
So I'll apologize, listener. I stepped out of a moment here to take my dog outside. Are we just kind of covering random points still from the episode?
Yeah, we've only covered Audrey, and we have covered
Life insurance policy with.
life insurance.
The fact that Cooper doesn't like birds.
Oh, we did not cover
I
that.
love that.
That was weird.
He likes so many different things. The birds is what he doesn't like, and he backs away. I don't like birds. Like, there's some story here, and I want to know what it is.
He has a good look of like horror. Like, I'm not, no, not feeding a bird. What the fuck are you talking about?
And then speaking of the birds, pour one out for poor Waldo, because that fucking bastard Leo
Oh my god.
has to go kill it.
What the hell is wrong with that dude? Oh, and by the way, I'm not even sure this is a conspiracy theory, so we're gonna have to see if it is or not. I have a sort of conspiracy theory here. We have stopped
Detail.
talking about
Continue.
murder. Anyways, we have stopped talking about the one-armed man, and for whatever reason,
Mhm.
and we have gone on to Leo or whatnot. But Leo has gotten shot in his arm, and he only has one functional arm now. Is Leo the one-armed
Steven,
man?
Ooh.
genius. You
Shh,
didn't
don't
start that off
encourage him.
right.
Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage him. Conspiracy theory number 4. Leo is the one-armed man.
Amanda, are we counting it?
I don't know. He did say it kind of weird. I don't know if it
The
counts.
sigh of anger was good enough for me.
No, he's
I'm
double.
counting.
He
I'm
he means
counting
it. Yeah, we're counting it.
We're both just bitter about it. Let's just note it. Like, not impressed.
The sound of utter disgust in everyone's voice.
Yeah.
God, I had something too on that whole bird kill. Oh yeah, I don't know if you actually did pick up on that in the episode, Steven. Like, he kills the bird because the bird is able to, obviously, as we hear, repeat words back to everyone, and it's something. What he found out from.
The police
Ooh.
scanner.
Yes, the police
Yeah.
scanner. Lucy was talking about them finding the bird, Waldo. I don't know if she mentions it specifically or whatever, but he overhears it as he's getting ready to try and kill Bobby whenever Bobby steps out of the house next. and then he takes off to go kill the bird. So that's one less piece of evidence to indict him for something. Gary, you have something?
I gonna call bullshit. Like, I don't know. Maybe Leo's a really good shot, but let's say 100 yards through a glass window, hitting a bird the size like that's that small. I just don't believe it.
I will add on to that and say that he is also right now one-armed. When you see him aim at quarterback dude earlier in the thing, he picks up the rifle with one hand and is aiming it with one hand. Like, this is a rifle, dude. This isn't some.
So maybe you could use like the back of your pickup truck or something like as a. You'd need a something to lean against, but also you'd be literally standing out in the open, like.
And you think no one's gonna hear that truck of his too in the police? Like, there is not just those 3 people in the police station. There's lots of other people. No one saw this guy shooting. Like, no one saw the truck pull up. No one saw him. They're okay. I get that they're not quite still in the surveillance age that we are, but like, I am losing my mind at how no one hears this giant semi truck. God knows that you can hear them so far away, even in a city.
Is that his only mode of transportation? Is the semi? I just assumed he had another vehicle. I didn't even think about that.
I think he's driving
not
a
the semi
pickup,
truck.
isn't he?
He's got a pickup
Yeah,
truck
so-
that Leo's driving too.
Oh yeah, he's got a
Oh.
pickup truck. I forgot.
His getaway
Okay.
car.
And in the 90s, remember, pickup trucks did not sound like they do now. So like it was, you could actually just like drive one of those things around and it just sounded like a car rather than just the
Is that a true statement?
half-ton diesel thing.
Pickup trucks sounded different in the 90s than they do now? Is that a
Yeah,
is that a
nobody
real
drove.
thing?
Not everybody drove fucking 2-ton diesel pickup trucks just to run down to the grocery store.
He's talking about the size. Yes,
Yeah.
a smaller pickup.
Yeah, it was just like you just drove a small little Toyota to the store, and it was just like, no, you're just driving a little car. It was
Yeah, I
Not
did not
everyone
know
chopped
that.
their mufflers off either at that time too. That
Mhm.
wasn't quite the fad
Glass
yet.
packs.
I don't remember
Class
the days.
backs,
I
yeah.
don't.
The lowrider. Everybody had a lowrider.
Low.
Maybe I'm giving them
Right.
not. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit. No, I will not give 100% credit. There is no way that someone should not have seen that at the police station.
Mm-hmm.
Especially while you were in there lining up your 700 donuts right underneath the birdcage.
Yeah, so are the donuts are in for them since they're splattered with bird blood now? The poor bird.
Also, like, don't usually, maybe this is a current day thing where usually you have police cars or an impound lot next to the police station or a loading area where there'd be like a barbed wire off fence on the side of the police station. I would think you wouldn't have an easily accessible window or door on a police station. Like, I feel
Right.
like there would be some.
Right.
Common practice to put
And-
all your susceptible. What's the word? Just base the word.
Conference room? Put your conference
No,
room like
the
directly
person
across
who
the
could
street.
give. The person
Yeah,
who
your
could give testimony.
Witnesses.
Oh yeah, the witness.
Witness with. Put your susceptible witnesses right near a giant open window.
Mhm. And not only maybe Leo's a good shot. Maybe he's an outdoorsman. We can see that he has some ability to go through the woods. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. But only does he shoot this thing from, what did you say, like 100 feet yards away, one armed, through a window in a police station. Also, the bird is in a cage, so like this bullet doesn't ricochet or anything. Like, he hits that thing.
Good. Yeah.
I assume it's a distance away because why would you use a long rifle?
He
If
should
you're
be
gonna
a
just like walk
sniper.
up to
Like,
the
what?
window and just pop it through the window.
I will say it does look like the rifle he was carrying is like a 22 or something. It does not look like a high caliber rifle.
No, it's
so.
a small bore. If you hit a bird with a high caliber, it would literally just
I mean, you saw it.
Full
Like,
of
yeah, there's
feathers.
feathers are just everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
the bird is
Yeah.
evaporated.
Like, I don't know where Waldo went, but like somebody
Where is
dropped
he?
a feather
Yeah.
duster here.
Where's Waldo? There we go.
Where's Waldo?
Oh.
Oh. That's the next T-shirt idea. Just a bunch of feathers. Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
You got a red and white cap next to the
Fantastic shirt
pile of
idea.
feathers.
It's just a bird cage. Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
Bird cage with blood dripping down onto a
Afros.
plate of
Ugh.
donuts.
Oh man.
Next episode we see them with the donuts. I better see them pick it up and just kind of hesitate for a second.
Did you wash that donut tray before yesterday? Because
Good stuff.
it'll be aight.
Avian bird flu wasn't a thing yet. They don't care.
Right.
Okay, so that was kind of what I had. I mean, I've got a lot of just random one-off points. That's kind of what my notes have been for this show, is just random one-off points to kind of just touch on. Amanda, do you want to go next?
We covered most of my major notes. I put Audrey's playing this dangerously. There's the layers of Josie and the bad guys. And then I don't know if we want to talk about the ending with the doctor yet.
Why don't we wait
I-
for the ending?
Yeah.
and I'll
You
even
guys
add
get a
too,
few
like, I
more.
should have rewatched the ending at least one or two times, because like I kept
Oh, yeah.
rewinding myself back and going, what the hell is actually happening here? What did I
Mhm.
miss? And then it's just like, I have other stuff to do tonight to try and get some stuff done before this weekend comes. I'm sorry. I'll let everybody tell me what's going on the podcast.
That got complicated. That got complicated real quick.
A lot of moving chess pieces that don't really make sense.
Right.
Sorry to interrupt you,
No,
Amanda.
No, you're good. I think we've got most of my notes. And my, of course, fantastic conspiracy theory. So
Gary.
Okay. I made a note here, and I feel like I'm gonna get a boo from somebody, and that is
No.
what? I'm
Gary.
getting very frustrated with the reuse of the show's theme in random conversations in the background. Like, I can't remember if it was between Audrey and Jimmy. Like, they're just having a conversation, and then this like heavy-handed like TV show theme comes in the background. I was like, don't pull focus, please. Like, just
I retract my boo, Gary. I actually do think I agree with you on that. It's like, and moment happens, regardless of what context of moment is. Just moment happens, and Laura's theme plays again. That's the only note we know.
oh, is that Lord? I guess that could be like
Laura's theme. There you go.
That's just what I kept calling in my head. Yeah.
hey, Steven, not Steven. Steven didn't agree with me. Nick agreed with me today. Yay!
Don't you worry. That boo Gary is locked and loaded for next time.
Locked and loaded. I don't really have a lead into this. Conspiracy theory number 5. The murder has something to do with silent drape runners.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
And-
they keep bringing up silent drape runners, and I'm just like, similar to Jimmy's parents' backstory, like silent drape runners became like a reoccurring conversation. I don't know if it is that the only thing this married couple has to talk about is silent drape runners. I don't know, but
okay, this is gonna
It's
sound
what
mean.
brings them
If that was-
together.
if that was your wife, what else would you talk about?
I speaking of like unneeded backstory, I want to know why she has an eye patch. Like,
I have
that would
wondered
be
that.
That'd be a good backstory.
Well, and so one of the things that I want to know is Big Ed says there's something wrong with her, and that's why he can't
Yeah.
leave Donna for Donna, right? No, not Donna. Who's the side chick?
He wants to get
Shelley,
with
I think.
Norma.
Right?
Norma.
Norma, thank you.
Norma.
He can't leave Norma because there is something wrong with his wife. And that makes me wonder, like, when she was crying on the couch, my first thought was going to be that, like, she got the news and it's bad news and she has cancer, something like that. And I wonder if there's actually something wrong with her in a very physical or mental sense that is a little bit more, not so much the haha she's a really weird woman with an eye patch, more of a she has something that's like diagnosable, and Ed feels compelled to take care of her because of it, or maybe did he cause it or something like that, and he feels beholden to it. I don't know.
JC, you totally know. You've seen the whole show. You're the one person who knows. Maybe.
Yeah,
Or it
sequel
never
show,
gets
season
answered.
3.
Yeah.
You can't spoil that.
I'm excited to see what you guys find out about Nadine. That's all I'll say.
Sorry. That was my conspiracy theory. I actually wrote it down. Also, I just wrote a note that like Laura's dad is just sitting in the living room looking like a
Yes.
serial killer.
Yeah, for real.
And then just like watching his niece walk out the door and just like they just leave it. Like, does he follow her?
I thought he
assuming-
was going to follow her or something.
Yeah,
I thought so
assuming
too.
he does, but who knows? And then I'm tiptoeing into the end of the episode. I don't know if I can start or you want me to wait. My last 3 notes are about the end of the episode.
I mean, we still have things like Lucy's doctor call and things like that we could touch on, I think, briefly.
Lucy, who's Lucy?
Dispatcher.
The
Okay,
police
yeah.
station.
Okay, so I will. What's that called? Where you'll bring
Defer.
back the
I defer my time.
bring back the witness later.
Sure. I can't remember the actual thing there.
Reclaim my time.
Yeah.
I'd like to give
So
my
yeah,
time.
Lucy
over to
gets the
next
doctor call. There you go. Lucy gets the doctor call. We kind of mentioned it before. We get some insight. I don't think it's still not explicitly said, right? I can't remember if
No, I don't
we can
think
somewhat
so,
hear
yeah.
the doctor on the back end, but I don't know if I could
It
recall. I didn't
blurs
go
out.
back.
All you know is the doctor called her.
Yep, and then she was out sick yesterday. But is there any mystery what's going on at this point?
Nope, she's pregnant.
No.
What?
Shingles.
That's right.
Or at least that's what they're implying.
That's
Gary-
what they're implying. Gary, you're the closest
A
one. who
man
just
and a
had
woman
baby.
love each other.
I can assure you the second a woman is sick and under any circumstances at all, people assume she's pregnant.
Yes.
Whoosh! Right over my head.
Are you joking?
Are you serious? I thought you were
I
just
think he's
kidding.
being
No,
serious.
I didn't get like she's out sick. Like I thought they said doctor. I assumed it was the crazy person doctor. Like that's who I
No.
thought she was talking to is the crazy person doctor.
Dr. Jacoby, my therapist. What's going on with my body? I mean, not that he wouldn't have an interest in it by any means. I'm sure that he probably would go there if he was asked to. No, they
Obviously,
said
I don't pay
earlier she
enough
was.
attention when I watch these episodes.
They said earlier that she was out sick, and then like clearly there was something with Andy because Andy's like, "Why couldn't I come over the other night again?" So like they've had overnights before is the implication, and then her face as they start talking like because I thought like I cranked it up and I have the subtitles on when I'm watching them, and I thought it said something like on the other line it trails off and it says like ... but I thought it said something like about your tests, like it was something in there. So or at
I
least
thought I
what I
heard
could make
something,
out.
yeah.
Whoosh, right over Gary's head.
So glad we clarified it for going forward.
So I'm the only one who didn't catch that. That's the realize.
Yes.
That's what we're finding out.
Sorry,
we're all
Gary.
learning together. Learning is fun.
I'm sorry. I thought this show was above pregnancy scares. Sorry.
It's not
There's
a pregnancy
murder,
scare. She's
there's
pregnant.
crazy people. I didn't know
Yeah.
pregnancy scares was going to be added to the drama of this.
It's a pregnancy scare. Doctors are notorious for calling and saying, you may be pregnant. We don't know.
Yeah, it's like right
In
now
my
it's not a scare, it's real.
You call the doctor and they're like, we can get you in about 2 weeks just to confirm your general suspicions. Like,
Right.
you can just sit here and stew for 2 fucking weeks. And yeah. Not going to go down that rabbit hole, but not impressed. Like, I would like an answer right fucking now. Like, got to figure out how much drinking that we need to give up.
Well, Gary, you are not in fact pregnant. I will tell you that right now.
I suppose.
Is it because yeah, sorry.
Where are we going with this, Gary? What are you about to say?
Yeah, so let him finish. Let's find out where he thinks this is going.
If you get Gary bowing out of a joke, you know it was going to a dark
It's gonna be
place.
bad. It's gonna be bad.
Listener, Gary is making signs to the camera. He's getting out of his joke. He's not proceeding.
Abort! 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 I suppose in other news though, Andy isn't a terribly not straight shooter. But I'm ching.
We don't know it's Andy.
What?
Boo.
There are love pentagrams going on here. We have no idea who it could be. It could be Long
Pentagrams.
Lady.
of everybody that you would hope would be some sort of like honest, have some fidelity in a relationship, I would think Lucy would. She seems very sweet.
Yeah, but she's into the invitation to love soap opera, so she's just predisposed to wanting to find her own pentagram.
Moth to the flame.
Right.
Oh,
I did have a note about like Hank fishing for info with Shelly at the diner. Of like, oh yeah, Tom helped out while I was gone, right? And
Yeah.
oh, you mean Ed? Yeah, Ed. It's like, Shelly, you are in an abusive relationship. What the fuck are you doing? This is not how this works.
Yeah, I was
You should be
wondering
smarter
about
than
that.
this. You shot your husband less than 12 hours ago. What the fuck is it?
So that was it. Okay, so I did read that right. Like it was intentionally a vague, open-ended question to ask about other men in her life.
Yep. Yeah. Who is that other guy coming around here? Oh yeah, Ed, that's right. I remember hearing about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Hank giving himself a present.
Okay.
Did we actually talk about the scene after the shooting? Because we end obviously on her shooting Leo, but we don't do. Did we talk about the after scene yet? I don't think we have, right?
No.
Like, what do you mean? Like Audrey in Cooper's room? Because that wasn't that next.
No.
Or...
No.
Bobby
Actually,
and Shelley
and-
talking.
Yeah.
Because I will
Okay.
give the actress for Shelley very good credit. She played that very shaken after part really well. And I just wrote down in my notes that, oh, Bobby's an idiot.
Yes.
Accurate teenage portrayal.
Hmm Both actors are doing great.
Is
I'm
it
just like, this guy, just the way he saunters up to this house of this guy that he is absolutely terrified of.
Hey,
And just
Shelley!
totally forgets about it, and then acts like this. It's not even that he's putting on a front. It's like he totally forgets. Oh, when I'm in this guy's presence, I'm actually absolutely terrified of him. But the rest of the time, I'm like, I'm gonna kill this guy. It's
I'm so
insane.
cool.
Is it confirmed that Shelley is high school age, or is it?
I
So
think she's later because they mentioned that she dropped out of 11th
No,
grade to marry
yeah,
him.
I was gonna say they said that she left when she was 19 or something like that, dropped out of school. So she's at least 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It
picked up.
could
I
be a
picked up
couple
like
years.
I picked up the dropped out of 11th grade or something like that. But I kind
Yeah.
of was taking that more as like a
That'd be
joke
she's
/
18 or
dig
something.
at her or something like that.
I guess I thought she would be like 18 or so. If she dropped out at 11th grade, that would be when you're 16, 17. 12th grade is 17, 18, right?
They
But
mentioned
we
how
don't
long
know
she's
when
been-
we don't know how long 11th grade was. Like, was it last year? Was it this year? Was it 3 years ago?
Did they mention anything about
Yeah.
how long she had been with Leo? Like, you guys been
I
together
don't
for a
know.
couple of years or whatever? Give us a time frame.
It kind of felt like it. I mean, it's obviously been long enough. I don't know. I would assume at least a year. But it can't be too far off because she
No.
and Bobby know each other. And he's
And
still in
not
high
only that,
school.
but Domino Liquor didn't know they were married.
That's right. Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
they
but
say
how long has
Domino
he?
Liquor
But,
been in
has he
jail?
been in jail?
yeah, but how long has he been in jail? Yeah.
You know?
Because if he knew them before that and he knew they were together, I don't know.
Quick,
It's a
somebody
manslaughter
look up
sentence, typically.
what's a manslaughter sentence? Speaking to it.
Not long enough, apparently.
In the
Probably
state of
2 to 3 years.
Washington in the 1990s.
Probably 2 to 3 years.
I guess I don't even know who we ended up on with the last question asker.
I think Gary asked about
No,
that.
Gary
I
would defer his time
deferred
for
the
me to. Yeah.
questions from the end, and then we went
Oh.
to the pregnancy scare, which apparently I completely missed.
Amanda, did you have anything?
That tape from Laura is absolutely disturbing to listen to.
Yeah.
Like they start playing that, and I immediately was like distancing myself. I was like, well, I'm not going to listen to this too intently because this is terrifying to listen to.
Laura was fucked up. Let's skip behind
Yeah,
that real
the
quick.
only
Yeah.
smart thing Bobby has done is that part at the funeral when he was like, we all knew she was messed
messed
up.
up
We
she
all
was.
knew she was in trouble, and no one did anything. And he's absolutely right, because every single step of the way we find all this stuff, and I'm like, and people knew about it every step of the way, and I'm like, what?
She had some demons, that girl.
What do you feel? What do you think? Biker dude, biker boyfriend, who's
James.
James felt hearing Laura say, "I can just make men want me so easily. It's
Yeah.
so easy."
I
Like,
don't know. I was wondering, because I mean, on the other hand, he also knows she was dating another guy. He's literally dating her best friend now. I don't
Yeah.
even know if he gets to complain at this point.
I agree
I
with
don't
that.
think. I mean, complain or not, it's still got to hit you in the emotions.
He still
Just
probably
knowing
feels
that
played.
You were the toy. Doesn't matter if she's the cat. You were the toy.
I suppose. On some level. Yeah. We'll just add it to his long laundry list of trauma that he's going through with his mom and his
Steven,
dad.
do you always make cat analogies? Like,
I will now.
yeah.
Does Nick always talk about the laundry lists of issues while folding laundry?
3D chess.
Eh.
Meta.
Yeah. I think we're basically getting into the ending here, but
I think
the
so.
plan of then talking about how Laura's tape is disturbing, and then they go ahead and say, "Hey, Maddie, what if you just completely made yourself look like Laura and act like Laura, even though this was what the fuck?"
Again, I'm telling you, I
What a
think
plan.
that was my conspiracy theory from a couple weeks ago, was that Maddie is Laura and they're just, all twisted up in it.
I don't entirely understand what their plan is. I know what Bobby's plan is. Bobby wants to kill the people he doesn't like. I know what Dr. Skeezy McSqueezeball's plan is. He thinks he is being haunted by a ghost, I assume. I even know what Leo's plan is. Murder. Leo likes murder. But I have no
next shirt.
idea what biker boyfriend,
James and Donna,
James and
Yeah.
Donna. I have no idea what their plan is.
because they're treating this exactly like two high schoolers investigating a murder mystery.
All they
Well, I
just
think
need is a talking dog and a van, and they're set to go.
That's right.
Ruh-roh.
Pull the mask off the log. Dang it. It's old man.
It was the log.
It was the log all along.
It's a second log, yeah, underneath the log mask.
Would have got away with it too if it weren't for you damn kids in that meddling log.
No, I think they know that there's essentially another tape, right? And so they're trying to get to that tape that they believe Jacoby has. And so their idea is just to lure him out, because they say that Laura is at another place, not where they actually are. But then they leave her at the place where they actually are for some reason, because they only
don't
brought
understand.
James's motorcycle here, even though there are 3 of them.
And there's
Yeah.
a car in the background.
And there's a car
And
in the
they-
background.
In a small town, they chose a recognizable landmark.
Yeah. A recognizable landmark, and then just, yeah, again, well, I don't know why they left her there. Like,
What's the street corner they said to meet at, by the way?
I didn't catch that. I didn't make.
Didn't catch it.
I assumed it was somewhere else, but I didn't know. I didn't know if that meant anything. Or if the number of streets, I meant to check that to be like, is that a realistic number of streets for your tiny town?
Sparkwood and 28th.
On 28, that's acceptable.
There's so many. There are leaps of logic in this show. We'll be charitable about, and like this so far is the one where it's like the most confusing to me. Of like the plan to where you like got her dressed up and then made a recording that night, and then ran it over to Jacoby's place and dropped it off, and then ran back waiting to make the phone call. It's like so much of this could have been a lot easier had you planned ahead for what was going to happen exactly, because it looks like a very well planned out thing, but then by the time you think like, okay, they had to do like 8 hours worth of stuff here in this 2 hour window, and it just doesn't make sense that they actually got it all done. Like you could have actually planned this out ahead of time and made it a little more structured, and then also would have resulted in not leaving somebody alone out in the middle of the night dressed up like Laura Palmer.
Yeah. Where other people can see her too. And when you know that you might be screwing with somebody, like, again, everyone's taking this dangerous situation so cavalier. And I'm like, Audrey's another one. I'm like, you're literally putting yourself in the position to become the next killed, murdered kid.
The only levity I got out of that kind of cluster was having the actress who you started out playing one person come back and dress up as the person that she was originally, and she's pretending to be the person who she actually is. It's a funny little meta, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I also wrote down the funny meta of having the actress play the second person she played in a show dressed up as in disguise as the first person she played on the show. Like, but it's explained in universe that they were like, they could have been twin sisters. And it's like, okay, but you're not even, you're just pulling focus. That's totally a pull
Full
focus
focus.
move. Like, especially, I guess if you were dumb enough not to know it's the same actress, then maybe like this is the point when someone's like, wow, that looks a lot like the Laura Palmer actress. I wonder who she played by. And it's 1990 and the Internet Movie Database doesn't exist. So
What did you people do? Actually, question for Nick. What did you people do back in this day when you had to find this out?
You didn't. You just asked somebody, or you didn't know. You lived with not knowing the answer.
No, so what the real answer is that the things that happen now, where like you get to the end of a show and then it turns what you're watching into a postage size stamp in the corner, and then it rolls by at 80 times
Super
speed.
fast.
It used to stay the full screen, and you could read what the hell happened. Like when the people who made the show and were part of its production, you learned their names. You learned their names, Stephen.
If you go back,
That was amazing.
If you go back far enough in time, some TV shows and movies would actually roll the credits before the movie.
That's right. Yeah.
When?
What you're about to see was done by these people.
You watch a minute and a half of a song, you'll hear 3 times later throughout the same episode.
Right.
And there you go.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm thinking back, and now I can see it. Yes, there are some TV shows that I know of that do that with start with the credits or start with the people.
All the casting directors are like, all right, we got to hire an actress who looks a lot like Laura Palmer. People are like, say no more, fam. Just don't pull focus.
Don't pull focus.
All the wardrobe people are probably super happy about it. Gotta find more costumes for this person. Done.
I also enjoy that it's a very poor, like it's like a shitty blonde wig.
It is, right? It's so fantastic.
You put a blonde wig on an originally blonde
I feel like
actress.
it'd be more weird if it was a good disguise. Like if it was a really good fucking disguise, like production level makeup, and you're like, oh, who's that?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Quick side shout out for wigs. the curly hair wig and mustache for Ed and One-Eyed Jax.
Yeah. At least we know that, like, I want to. They walk in there and immediately, are you a cop? And my first thought is, if you are, you got to say so.
Sure, you gotta tell me.
I love that they subvert it
Also-
though, because then Cooper does the like, no, I'm the cop.
Yeah.
So he does tell her if that's the rule.
Also, like, Big Ed actually says, like, I own a gas station. No, wait, I'm actually an orthodontist. Like, and no one questions it. That he has no idea, like, that he...
An orthodontist that has a gas station.
He's gonna check,
I mean,
take
she
a
plays
look
it.
under your hood and clean
Right.
your teeth, baby.
I assume it's the sort of place like, oh, you crossed up to the border to go to the combination casino and sex pit.
Whorehouse.
So
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
it's not the place where you typically go like, oh yeah, here's my actual information about what I
Yeah,
do for
I don't know
work
why
and-
she like. You'd think that she'd be used to that, so it's kind of weird that she would even ask. Honestly,
I think that's
I don't
also
know,
why she
guys.
plays it up that she like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring my truck by to get some work done on my teeth. Yep.
I don't know, guys. Aren't you really chatty if you ever go to a strip club? Aren't you? Is that the first thing you do? Is it, hey, my name is this person. I work here. I am from here. You can find all my information here. Hey, let me have your business card.
Hi, I'm here for tryst of romantic intent. Here's my LinkedIn profile.
I will say, I thought this place was a lot more low key, and then they go, and it's very high key. There's a lot of people there. Like the way that it is first introduced, when you had the two brothers show up,
Ben and Jerry.
and there's Ben and Jerry, and there's no one there, and all the girls just line up for them. Like I was like, oh, this is a super hyper exclusive place, and it definitely doesn't look that way.
When you've got Ben
It's
Horn
like
money,
they
you
went
can-
there on a Tuesday night. That's what my assumption was. Like, it's kind of a slow night, guys. Like, we'll just bring everybody out. You can just pick one, and the rest of us are gonna go back and watch some TV. Okay, as we're at the end of the episode, what does the scumbaggy bro put in the gas tank? Is it drugs? Is it sugar? Is it a bomb?
he said
I assume it was
goodbye.
Yeah, so
I
I
assumed it
think
was
it's a
drugs,
bomb.
but then he said bye, so I assume it's a bomb.
So I don't know exactly what he put into a
Okay.
gas tank that's going to explode like that with no fuse, but
Thank you for confirming that. I was like, it looks like drugs, like you're trying to plant drugs, but why would you plant drugs in the gas tank? Like, I don't know. And then originally, actually, I thought it was gonna make sugar or something to like ruin the motorcycle, just kind of a haha, fuck you,
Mhm.
ruin your bike. No, we're gonna plant drugs on you or blow you up. Like, this
Isn't
guy's a
that where
real
you
dick.
isn't that where you hide things you intend people to eat later inside the gas tank?
Either that or in your butt, but it's hard to hide things in other people's butts.
Well, if
Depends how hard you try,
and
Gary.
and then like plans to call the cops. Like the cops might actually get involved, but from a teenager's plan here for the first time
Right.
in the whole show.
it's true.
You mean they're not going to just do burnouts in the parking lot?
So
It's not mutually exclusive.
it's true. I do think that the one fail point here in this plan is that the one. I know, guys,
Whose
it is
plan are we
crazy.
failing? There are a lot of failure here.
That's true.
The one point in quarterback's fail point is that he
Steven,
is
why don't you
already
tell
part of the
me?
secret.
Why don't you tell me the names you do know from this show?
No, I don't think I will. Anyways, there is the guy. Oh my God, I don't know these
Bobby,
people's
the
names.
quarterback.
No, not Bobby. Who's the other? The biker dude?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
James.
James.
James is part of the secret society already. The secret society protecting this place. Yeah. So if you plant drugs on him, he's all like, no one's gonna believe it. Like maybe if you have to follow the script of a TV show, people will go, oh no, and try to believe it. But in reality, they'd find the drugs and people would look at James and go, someone tried to set you the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
James is part of the secret society? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember, that's what
The-
made the secret society less cool.
Right.
You mean when it's not a bunch of old men?
It's not a bunch of cool dudes.
Older men.
Are you calling Big Ed uncool?
Yes.
Gary just wants it to be another Katniss Everdeen. He wants his high school teenager protagonist in here.
I don't even understand what Steven's saying. I don't
Protagonist is a big word.
I don't even understand. I don't even.
All right. Do we have anything else we want to touch on here for this recording session? It's not looking like it. It's not looking like it. Going once. Going twice.
Wait.
Go ahead, Gary.
Wiggling your finger.
Wiggle it out. My random prediction for the next episode is that fake Laura gets murdered.
It's a fair assumption, honestly.
Only to have her come back as the third cousin dressed as the second cousin.
Third cousin dressed as Laura, pretending to be the second cousin.
Oh,
How about she's actually the cousin's mom, or like yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a dude. Maybe she comes back as another character, but as a dude.
Each
They're
time
gonna
the wigs get worse and worse every time.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess do we have any kind of final thoughts for what we think's coming up the next episode here? As it's the ending of season 1.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are injured. I think there will be
Yeah.
one B character who is going to die. And I think that there will be, I think this is not a wild assumption, that there will not be a actual solving of the case yet.
Will there be I think there's going to be a police shootout. I think there's going to be a heartfelt goodbye of someone bleeding to death, like, and telling their life story while they're bleeding to death in an unreasonable amount of time for someone to bleed to death.
Or James's
it's James?
backstory.
What if they killed James? It'd make the show so much better.
Semi-believable, like, high school student.
What? James?
Do not like James.
Believable anything?
I was gonna say it does feel like it's.
I want less
building
Bobby, more James.
What?
Again,
I definitely want more Bobby, less James.
Again, Gary's in his own wheelhouse. Don't. Like, I do feel like it's building towards something. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're gonna have a resolution where it just whittles down to and conclusion. I think it's gonna have another couple twists and turns in there, and yeah, I don't know if someone's gonna die. I don't get that vibe from the show quite yet, but it does feel like they're building towards something not good's gonna happen.
Can we take a vote? Die or no die?
I say no die.
I'm tracking it
Abstain.
all here. I'm tracking it all.
I say die.
Amanda?
I think the mill's gonna burn down.
Blood for the blood god.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say.
And I don't see how that's not happening. It feels like a metaphor for everything else.
Does somebody die in the mill fire?
They said they were going to get what's her name into the mill.
Ooh.
Yeah, but there's so many red strings going across the board here that I don't know which one of them will end up in there. This is a dice you're
Ooh.
gonna
That's
roll,
how
and they
good
each have.
conspiracies work.
Steven, dying on screen or
That's
off
gonna-
screen? No,
It's going to be
off
now.
screen.
I'm
Nobody's gonna
amending
burn
a
to
little.
death. Nobody's gonna burn to death on screen
No,
on a show
nobody's
that's
gonna
on.
burn to death at all. This is
no,
my.
I meant like, will
Dude.
somebody burn to death off screen or will somebody be shot on screen? Sorry,
Oh my
I
god.
didn't categorize them.
Off screen.
So-
You'll see the mill burning and that's it. And like, oh no, they're in there.
Okay, no. What you're going to see is what's going to happen is someone is going to burn to death, quote unquote, in the mill. You're not going to see it happen. And then they're going to do an autopsy, and it's going to be revealed the person was actually shot and they were dead before the mill caught fire.
That's too complicated for me. I think you're overcomplicating you're overstressing the limited writing capabilities this show has.
The show has where Gary's conspiracy theory writings are.
We started off that Gary was like, "Oh man, this isn't police procedural enough for me," and now he's like, "Whoa, don't start bringing like police procedures into this. This is too much. I'm here for my soaps."
You're over exaggerating how complicated this death can be.
Okay, yeah, Gary is also like, I hate the acting in this thing. Also, let's not kill off the worst actor in this entire series.
I just don't like Bobby. Like, Jimmy is bad acting, but at least he's not an abrasive human being every time he's on screen. Like,
I feel like he is, just in a different way.
Gary, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, from the last few seasons of podcasts you've done, you tend to cheer for the abrasive character. It's kind of your whole brand, my friend.
Nick, maybe I'm turning over a new leaf.
Press X to doubt.
Hero of the Revolution.
Bobby is no hero of the revolution. Let's be honest.
Oh,
He is
that's
no
true.
hero of the revolution.
Who
But you know
among
who?
us
If there's
is?
anyone that's closest to the hero of the revolution in this thing, it is Audrey.
Yes, I can 100% get behind Audrey. She is the hero that this revolution needs,
Not the one it deserves.
not the one it deserves.
Okay. Any other broad predictions we want to make going into this?
Given that it is the final episode of the season, do we expect any season cliffhangers?
Ooh. It
I
is the
do.
end of the season?
I think, real quick, one more prediction. I think Audrey is going to be the surprise girl, and it's going to be her dad is going to be the one to walk in on her.
Audrey's gonna be the surprise. Her dad's gonna walk in on her at the thing. Oh
yeah,
my
her
god.
dad's going to be the one like, hey, I want the
When
new girl.
Steven
'Cause I
knows
always go for the
names,
new
it fucks with my
That's-
head. Sorry.
That's some trauma.
sorry.
That's gonna be some
That's a
family
good point.
trauma.
So he knows Audrey's name.
I do know. I've known Audrey's name since the beginning. I know Audrey. I know Snake.
who-
Snake has disappeared. I don't know what happened to Snake.
He really likes Audrey though, so that tracks. Like, and he can follow with her because he appreciates her arc, like he said.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I don't like and don't remember their names? Motorcycle dude. Motorcycle boy. Don't remember his
Okay.
name.
I'm
Quarterback.
going to predict that there's going to be a yet to be introduced character that's going to have some large part in this new episode. We've already got a cast of characters in this town, and they're just going to introduce somebody new.
Do you think it's going to be either the one of the two people from the dream?
I think the people from the dream are exaggerations. I don't know what the right word. They are. They're not a one-for-one representation.
Okay, so they don't exist.
But there will be some other dumb clue that got dropped in the dream. That's another broad prediction. There'll be some other dumb clue that they connect to the dream. The dancing, yes, because that song already came on, right? He went into Jacques' apartment.
There's
and
always
that
music.
Song came on. But
Okay.
I don't know if one of those people showed up. I'd be over the moon. I think that'd be great too. But
All right, I'm done
Anyway,
I'm done commenting from Gary's broad predictions there because I feel if we just let him keep talking, he'll just keep going. And
I just wanna be as broad and as predictive as possible.
All right. Anyone have anything else? Okay.
I think there was one more question. JC, did you ask a question? Was it?
I was just about the cliffhanger for the season.
Mm.
Any thoughts?
Okay, will next episode be better or worse? And then do you think will be broadly liked or broadly disliked by Steven? Will Steven like the next episode?
Dun dun dun. And I think I'll like it.
I think the next episode will have some resolution as far as what's going on with Audrey and Ben. So I think there'll be something in there.
Steven will have some strong dislike for something. He'll have strong opinions.
It's got James in it too, so yeah, there's a lot of good characters in that one.
Yeah.
If James survives, I'll have strong dislikes.
Okay. All right. So next time, dear listener, we will be watching episode 8 from season 1, The Last Evening. All right.
Is it a longer episode? Is it a double finale?
It is just a 45-minute. Yep.
Okay.
Short watch.
So watch it twice.
Yeah.
I might actually have to for
Even-
once.
Dealer's choice if we want to really go in, because the season opener of season 2 is a double feature. So that if we did want to try and do 2, that would be the longest thing so far.
No, I think we just do one, and maybe we the second half we wrap up we do a recap
Sure.
of the season.
Stick to the plan. Gary.
I have no plan. No plan.
You think he has a plan?
Just
He's
chase
like a dog
items.
chasing cars.
I'm calling you out because we're sticking to the
I
plan.
wouldn't know what I did when I caught one.
They look like a guy with a plan.
Oh.
That's like Christopher Walken's version of the Joker. I wouldn't know what to do.
Dude.
If I caught one.
The only other random thing I want to do is call out, like, if you are out there listening to us, comment where you're listening from, like whether it's the YouTube thing or in Spotify. There are comment
Is there a
sections.
comment feature on Spotify? All right.
Yeah, there is. Because I've been noticing like the listening part is from Spotify, and there's also a lot of somebody listening on YouTube, which I don't know who would be using YouTube as a podcast listening service, but you might
Is
be
this
out
like
there.
Maybe
Log
some
Lady?
poor soul has their Spotify hijacked by their wife and kids, and this is the only thing they can do to
Is
try
this
and
like Log Lady? Do
retain
you actually
some
think there are
semblance
people
of...
out there listening to this?
I mean, I don't believe it, but the numbers I keep looking at show otherwise. So
If
just
you
doing
listen through Spotify, then the owls can't see you.
Ooh, there you go.
exactly. But yeah, if you're out there, comment where you're listening from. Maybe Steven will give you a thumbs up on Spotify. All right.
A high honor.
High honor indeed. But that'll do it then for everyone for this episode here. We want to thank you all for listening. Until next time, have a good one.
Bye, listener.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.